Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is me, Drea, and this is Theowlsintuition. If you're new, hit that subscribe and the bell so you get notified every single time I post new content. And if it resonates, shoot me a thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why. Free reading giveaway is going on until the end of March. Linked in my description. Super easy to enter. All you have to do is comment I am in and be subscribed. That's it. Okay, so yeah, if you want to win a reading, do that now while it lasts, because it's ending at the end of March 2025. Okay. And if you want to book a reading, my email's in the description, but I will never message you for a reading, so just be careful of scammers. All right, what are we talking about today? We're talking about how are people viewing you right now whenever you're watching this. As always, just take what resonates and leave the rest. And we have 3 piles today. We have pile number 1, which is the Hocus Pocus Tarot, or this cool-ass frog. Okay, we have pile number 2, which is the Wild Reflections Tarot, or Love the Outdoors sticker. And last but not least, pile number 3, which is the Awakened Tarot, or this beautiful tropical vibe. Ride the wave, okay? So, well, yeah, you can pick more than one pile if you feel called to. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you on the pile that you pick. Bye. Hey, what's going on, pile 1? Those of you who picked this cool-ass frog, people think you're really, really cool. People, view you as cool, mysterious, different. Froggy. Feeling froggy. Leave. Bitch, you call people out on their shit. I ain't gonna lie, baby. You call people out. You're the type of person, you ain't gonna stand down. You will not back down. Okay, I'm not saying you a fighter, but you could be a fighter, but, you fight for what you believe in. You stand with your core values and beliefs, and no one can really sway you from what you rightfully believe unless it tracks. But most of you guys, you could be very much fixed on a certain way. You could even be a fixed sign. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus coming through heavily. So, if you're new, hit that subscribe and the bell so you get notified every single time I post new content. And if it resonates, shoot me a thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why. And if you want to book, my email's in the description, but I will never message you for a reading, so just be careful of scammers. Free reading giveaway is going on until the end of March 2025. Listed in my description box as well. Super easy to enter, so feel free to do that if you feel called to. Okay? You only have to enter once. Don't be spamming. Okay? But yeah, what is pile number 1's current energy? We're gonna get your current energy, as I said. And if it resonates, do what you gotta do. If it doesn't, do what you gotta do. Okay? Watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Just do whatever makes you happy. Pile 1's current energy. I heard moving on up to the east side. You could be from the East Coast. You could live on the East Coast right now, or you could be wanting to move to the East Coast. All right. Something about the East Coast is coming through. We have be authentic. Okay. You were a gem hidden in plain sight. Okay. You wore many masks. Okay. Merry masks. What the heck? And I'm here, Mary Mac. All dressed in black, black, black. Okay. Big emphasis on, your story being heard. Okay. Someone could be 38. All right. But there's a big, there's something about you coming off as bland, right? Or people assuming things about you in regards to you not having any color, or you not having any trials or tribulations. There's big emphasis on people assume shit about you. So I feel like when we get into your reading, there's going to be a lot of assumptions. So just take this shit with a grain of salt. You probably already know that a lot of people assume shit, because people probably assume shit straight to your face. And it's the audacity. But, yeah, I feel like you're embracing your authenticity, and the more that you step into your authenticity, the better your life gets. The more that you step into your authenticity, yeah, the more people you trigger, but the better your life will get, despite these people being triggered by you embracing your authenticity and living your purpose, and not wearing those masks, because you don't need to. When you used to wear those masks, it made you, be numb, it made you be bland, and that's why you were hidden in plain sight. And, technically you were never really hidden. I feel like people understood that you were always different, that you always were that unique ass, cool ass mother, that people, they loved you, but also that caused people to hate you. And even the people who loved you hated you because they wanted to be like you or be you or whatever it is, or they wanted to be with you and they couldn't be with you because there were too many competitors. And, big ego divide coming through with you guys. Like, I feel like you trigger the hell out of people's egos, and it's intense. And all that projection, it got heavy, and I feel like you were holding on to certain things that weren't even yours to hold on to because of people projecting onto you. So just be mindful of energies, and be mindful of the thoughts that pop into your head when you start judging yourself after you spend time with people or after you go into a facility or a place, making sure that you're cleansing your energy, but also protecting your energy before you go to the grocery store, before you go on your hot girl, hot boy walk, before you go anywhere. Making sure that you're really, really protecting yourself. And make sure that you either have black tourmaline around your house, selenite. I like to put selenite at the windows and the doors so it like cleanses. It's like a portal. When I walk through my door, it's a portal and I cleanse. You feel me? All right, but 444, let's get into your reading. All right, let's get into it. How do people view you, pile? 1. So people view you as somebody who gets a lot of love, somebody who's very passionate, very grounded, very cool, very dualistic, okay? You may rub people the wrong way, but a lot of people still fuck with you genuinely. People feel like you're very blunt, very honest, and you're just you. You're just authentic, okay? People view you as somebody who may have suffered from addictions, is suffering from addictions, or people view you as somebody who people get very emotionally addicted to you. Okay, we have King. Yeah. People become addicted to you. People become very obsessed. You have a regal energy to you, though. You could look very good in purple. Okay, purple could be your favorite color. You also could be extremely intuitive, and people know this, and that's how they view you. But people view you as somebody who has either dabbled in addictive behaviors, overcome addictions, quit addictions, helping people to quit addictions. You could be a counselor, a life coach, a reader, you could be an advocate for people who suffer from addictions to help people, okay? I heard abuse. Some people view you as somebody who overcame abuse and addictions, and now you're in this King energy, okay? Because you had a hard knock life. The songs are interesting that are coming through, okay? I'm like, what is going on here? But yeah, people view you as somebody who is, a leader, very light, very benevolent, okay? You honestly change people's lives. People view you as somebody who, when you come into people's lives, it's like redecoration, it's like revamp. What is it? Renovation. You renovate people's lives and this is how people view you, as in they experienced this or they watched other people experience it. And they're like, damn, this person changed that person's life. Like, you know what I'm saying? But there are also people who view you as somebody who is entitled, right? Or people view you as somebody who has people addicted to your energy and who feel entitled to your energy. There's a big emphasis on like people feeling really addicted and entitled, okay? And they can't hold back. It's like they just want to bombard you and, always be in your energy. I want to live in your skin type shit. Like, chill out, bro. Okay? We have vendor, so you could be an entrepreneur. People view you as somebody who, went from working, because this guy's working at a fast food, maybe you used to work in a job that you didn't like, and now it's like you're in your career. Now it's like you're living in your purpose. Now it's like you have your own business and you're your own boss, right? People view you as somebody who has a thirst for knowledge, who's very expansive, inquisitive, okay? You constantly progress. You could be a good salesperson as well. I heard you could sell water to the ocean. Like, what? But you are very knowledgeable and you inspire others greatly. Okay, and that's how people view you, as somebody who is an inspiration, somebody who is a leader, somebody who's making positive change, somebody who's a business-minded individual, but also who's constantly learning, somebody who doesn't just think that they're better than anyone, okay? Extremely humble, but is better than a lot of people, okay? I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm just saying you are extremely leveled up, pile, 1, and that's how people view you. They view you as somebody who's extremely leveled up. I heard out of my league. So some people view you as somebody who's out of their league. We have tree wisdom. Yeah, you're very wise. So not only are you intelligent and an amazing, honest communicator, business savvy, grounded, like I already said, but you are very wise. You help people navigate through tough situations, okay? You could be very, musically inclined as well. And look, we have moderation. See, you tempered your energy. So you're no longer like struggling with addictions, or you know how to overcome them, right? But it's like you are mindful, you are humble, you are healthy. People view you as healthy and also fancy, okay? Purple candles again. Maybe someone needs to light a purple candle, or I don't know. But you are very intuitive. You are very sacred to people, okay? People view you as the secret sauce, the sacred individual, okay? You give off ascended master vibes, and that's how people genuinely view you, okay? You might get a lot of attention. You may get pretty privileged. You could be attractive in some way, shape, or form. But you don't have to be attractive. You could be looking regular or however you feel, right? And I feel like there's this emphasis on you just get special treatment, okay? You get treated like a king or a queen. That's it. That's it. What's this king? What is this? 8 of potions. Excuse me. Yeah, you walked away from a lot of negativity. What is this? The 4 of swords. Yeah, you've done a lot of healing, and that's why you walked away from the toxic ass people, the things that weren't making you happy, the sun in the reverse. It's like you were done with that. What is this vendor? And that's why you stepped into this king energy. Yeah. Like, you're a leader, right? But the thing is like, people view you as somebody who is in their own lane, creating their own business, doing their own thing, but has a lot of people who think very negatively about you or talk very negatively about you, but you still have those people who support you, okay? You have gotten yourself out of poverty as well, and I feel like you are growing and becoming more mentally sound, okay? You may have gained emotional intelligence, or you may just be very, very peaceful now. Okay, because again, we were talking about that bluntness, right? You were blunt, but it's like now it's like you choose. You're not gonna just speak to everybody. Some of y'all, you kill them with silence. You'd rather walk away and choose peace because you're the king. I'm not gonna talk to these peasants who are trying to throw tomatoes at my castle. You can't even come over the moat, bitch. What the fuck? You feel me? Um, yeah. You know, I feel like you have definitely hit a lot of blocks, and people view you as somebody, right, who was emotionally blocked, who has gained a lot of wisdom from all the negativity that they've experienced, from all the failures, okay? You maybe had trouble moving, okay, away from toxic situations in the past. You may have been struggling to see what wasn't helping you. Maybe you were stuck in a toxic relationship, an abusive relationship. Maybe you were constantly helping people who were harming you, etc., etc. But at the end of the day, now it's like you have boundaries. 7 of candles. Now it's like you walked away. Now it's like you're the star of your own show, Queen of Candles. You're done. You're done trying to please people, and people view you as somebody as a former people pleaser. They acknowledge the fact that maybe you had a negative mindset. Maybe you were emotionally unsound, emotionally unstable. You have reversed that. You gained wisdom from that. You don't judge that. And, you know, you were always this beautiful, talented king or queen, hidden in plain sight. I was going to say stuck. So you were stuck in situations that didn't allow you to take your throne. Closing messages? Okay. Yeah, you're witty, you're intelligent, you ain't got time for bullshit. You ain't got time for anything that's not making you happy. Okay? You love hard. You're a hard worker, but you're not trying to carry anyone else's boundaries. You're not trying to carry anyone else's burdens anymore, and you have created a new life, okay? You're not going to be here played like a fool. A lot of people thought you were dumb. A lot of people thought you were just this emotional ball of trauma that was always just going to be that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, that's not who you are. You have completely changed. And now it's like you are the king, you are the queen, you are the entrepreneur, you are the stable one, you are the wise one, and you're the one who everyone's addicted to. But you're like, moderation, back up. You're very, you're very strict with your boundaries, and that's how people are viewing you right now, as the GOAT. That's what we're going to call it, Padawan. I love you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, what is up? Pile number 2. Pile 1 was fire. I can't wait to see what comes out for you guys who picked Love the Outdoors or the Wild Reflections Tarot. Let's get into your reading, but first, make sure you hit that subscribe and the bell so you get notified when I post new stuff. And if it resonates, shoot me a thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why. You could be very outdoorsy. You could have Nike boots. Nike? What? Hiking boots, rain boots. Something about these boots were made for walking, okay? You could be very outdoorsy. You could like to bike, hike, okay? Whitewater rafting, okay? Snowboarding, skiing. Big emphasis on you dirt biking, anything. Something about going outdoors, okay? You live for it. You love the spring and summertime and the fall and shit. Winter, you be kind of like, damn, bro, because I want to be outside. And you probably still go outside in the cold. Okay, regardless, okay? But let's get into it. We're going to get your current energy to see if this is even your pile. If this doesn't resonate, do what you got to do. Watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Just do what makes you happy because it's your life. And I'm an acquired taste and I accept that. And you don't have to be here if you don't want to, of course. But thank you for all those who do. Okay, what is pile number 2's current energy to let them know that this is your pile? Why am I hearing that song? On the highway, on my way, and then a better. And I don't even know that song. Like, I really don't know that song like that. Better day, or is it better way? I don't know. I don't. Okay. That song's coming through, but better way, because I feel I keep hearing better way. Like, you're going your way because your way is the better way. You were kind of operating out of a plan that was, you know, presented in front of you. You were doing what you were told to do, and now it's like what's unfolding is a new pathway, and you're freeing yourself, and you're going to take a leap of faith. Okay? You're going to take a leap of faith that's going to elevate you, and it's going to give you shocking results in the physical. Okay, it's going to give you shocking results in the physical and purify you. And also, you're about to start getting in touch with your body more, okay? Or this is a guide to do so. But I feel like you need to get honest with yourself and be like, okay, is this helping me or harming me? Okay? Go throughout the day. If you ever, like, one thing about it is, like, you know how people get like food journals and shit like that? Do this for your day and then track your day, or do it for a week and see what you track. Because then it's like you're less likely to want to do things because of you like seeing it written or having to write it down, okay? It's like when people don't eat certain things because they don't want to write it down or something like that. And not in a way of avoidance, but it's like in a way of acknowledging, like, yeah, actually, you're right. Actually, I don't want to write down that I'm doing that because I shouldn't be doing that. So I'm not going to do it. Okay? It's kind of like the read the label thing, because there's a statistic on, like, if you read the label of the back of the foods, you're less like you weigh 9% more. I mean, 9% less than the average, whatever the fuck. So, aka, like, you're not going to be eating those things because you're going to read the label and see, like, oh yeah, this actually isn't good for me. You know what I'm saying? There's something about that, like, you getting clear or really, like, realizing things. You're gonna have a realization. Someone also could be confessing their feelings to you, and, oh, it could be multiple people, but there's, like, one that's going to actually be the one, and you will know, but it's going to be a risk. And I think you're going to be shocked as to how many people are going to start hitting on you out of nowhere. Someone could be a toker and they may need to take a tea break, or you need to start using it intentionally, okay, with your meditations and with your whatever you do for your spiritual practices, you know, do that with yoga and stuff. I love doing that. It's great. There's nothing against it, but making sure that you're using it because it is a tool. Okay, but then knowing when to put it down because you don't need it anymore. It's not a part of your path right now. Okay, so if that resonates, let's get into your reading. Okay, pile number 2. Yeah, people view you as somebody who really loves to be outside, okay? Not partying, but like you love nature, you love animals, you love Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, you're very grounded, but you're also very pure, very pretty or handsome. There's something about your face. People view you as somebody who has a very beautiful face. You could even have a baby face. But yeah, how do people view pile number 2 Or how are people viewing Pal 2 right now, technically? That's the question. Confirming the baby face, we have Child Eternal. Yeah, you're just a bundle of joy. You are such a light to be around. You have this childlike energy, but you're not immature. Okay? You're hilarious. You're funny. Okay? You may have a dark humor. Okay? You might joke about certain traumas and shit, and then people are like, what? They don't get it, but also that's you kind of, that's the way you're processing things and stuff like that. But sometimes we laugh at it because we're not ready to cry about it, but then after you cry about it, you won't even think about it anymore in a negative way, you know what I'm saying? But either way, I feel like you guys understand what happened to you and you have processed a lot of the shit in your past. And that's how people view you, as somebody who is fearlessly themselves, somebody who doesn't wear a mask, okay? You don't mask your emotions. People view you as somebody who it's like it's expressed on your face. The distrust, the if you're not happy, it shows on your face. It shows in your demeanor. It's like people, you don't have to say it. People can see it, okay? You could have an RBF, but it's not even about the RBF, because you could be happy and still have an RBF. This is more about, like, you can make very judgmental faces unknowingly, or your facial expressions are out of pocket, is what I'm getting. How do people view Pal 2? Betrayal. Wow. People view you as somebody who has betrayed them, or as somebody who has been betrayed a lot. But this is not even about betrayal. This is also about somebody who, can see disloyalty and deceit and still be very honest. People view you as cutthroat, as responsible, okay? As somebody who has grown up but still has fresh young eyes, who's still very healthy. You could be healthy for your age and you could look younger for your age. You're the type of person everyone talks about too. People view you as somebody who's very talked about and yet is very exclusive and elusive. Is giving you're a local celebrity. People view you as somebody who's a local celebrity. Everyone knows this person. Everyone's talked to this person. Everyone has experienced this person, but nobody's close to this person. You broke a lot of bonds, okay? There's a lot of conspiracies about you. That's how people view you, as somebody who has, like, Rumorville around you. People don't know the truth because you keep a lot of shit hidden and take it as deceit. You don't tell me about your life, so you're deceptive, but you're really just private. That's the thing. Pal 2. Believe in magic. Yeah, you are magical. You could be a witch or do witchy things. You could be into manifestation and stuff like that, but you believe in magic. Okay, you don't need to see it to believe it. Hidden depths. Look at this. You have a lot hidden. People are very focused on what you're hiding, bitch, okay? Pile 2, they want to know your plan. They want to know what's next, and people are viewing you as somebody who's moving in the darkness, who's, like, hiding things, okay? People are viewing you as somebody who's people are inquiring about a lot. People are asking a lot of questions about you. People want to know what you're doing, what's going on with Pal 2. That's how people are viewing you. Is everyone's worried about Pal 2. Everyone's talking about Pal 2. Pal 2 is just loving the outdoors, just minding their business. Having fun. Someone could have braids in their hair. French braids. Someone could have their hair dyed purple, blue. You could have blonde hair as well. What is this, Child Eternal? Very interesting energy, Paul, too. Yeah, you love yourself. You love yourself. You're a pearl, and all the fish want you. People view you as somebody who everybody wants. You're the pearl, okay? And people who had you in their hand and lost you, ooh, they are fucking punching the air right now. People are viewing you as somebody who's focused on regaining your stability and money. Okay, you might have gotten hit with money. It's like, or maybe you have multiple sources of income and it's like you're prioritizing one source of income. Okay, but people view you as somebody who has boundaries and who's not in competition with everyone and, anyone, but everyone is in competition with you. See that? Wow, that's crazy. Betrayal. What's that about? Because I'm very intrigued. 3 of Wands. This is absolutely insane. So people view you as somebody who's deceptive and you're betraying or you're disloyal because you're not telling people about your plans. Okay? You're not telling people about your plans. They don't like being blindfolded because these people are very, very too much. They're very focused on you. Okay? There's big emphasis on people are so busy worried about you that they're not even worried about their life and they're losing themselves. People are losing themselves in you, which is crazy, Pile 2. Damn, you got the sauce. Who are you? Pile 2, this is absolutely crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, but people view you as somebody who has an eye for photos. You could be a photographer, you could just take really nice photos, or when your photo gets taken, you look very good in photos, okay? You could be very photogenic. You could look very good in blue as well, but also blue is a very calming energy, okay? You could be very calm. You could be very emotionally sound, okay? You could tug on people's emotions as well. And you could be very emotional at times, but you know how to temper it. You know how to not overflow. And I feel like, again, this big emphasis on you love nature. You could be the type of person who walks and you look up and you look at the sky, or you look at the stars, or you're looking at everything else. You're also the type of person, people view you as somebody who doesn't talk about others. You talk about your plans for the future. You talk about things that are relevant. You're not talking about gossip and bullshit. Believe in the magic. Mm. Yeah, so what's happened in your life is that you may have had a toxic home, toxic family, toxic friends, okay? You've had a lot of negative people in your life, and you never stopped believing in the magic. You never lost that childlike wonder. You never lost yourself in regards to your soul. You never sold your soul, okay? Not like, you know what I'm saying, but like you know? People view you as somebody, whoa, very attractive, that people can't see. People want to spy on you. You deleted something, didn't you? You deleted all your social medias, or you made them private, or you blocked people or something. But it's like people, because of you doing that, people are like, well, why did they do that? What's going on? This is a conspiracy's afoot. But people view you as somebody who's very abundant, very a very good parent, a good mother or father, somebody who's reliable, okay, responsible. Again, people can depend on you, but you had a lot of people who were dependent on you, and then you broke the bonds, and now these people who you broke the bonds with because they were overly dependent on you are talking shit, saying, oh yeah, this person is deceptive. I don't know why they didn't treat me fairly. The whole time, like, they know what they did. Anything else? Wow, that's a lot. Six of Cups. Yeah, the people from your past. People are viewing you as somebody who let go and is healing from the people who stabbed you in the back because you saw the truth and you knew you had to end that shit. Death card, bitch. Yeah, Two of Cups. You only want relationships in your life that prioritize you. Again, we have love here. You want love. You don't want to deal with hate or lower vibrational energies, and people are bringing that to you regardless of if they're wearing a mask. You will see that shit. You can only be deceived so far because you're intuitive. You believe in magic. You believe in energies. The energies don't lie. Okay? But yeah, you're only focused on connections that are good for you, and you are focused on your money right now. You're focused on, your success, and people are viewing you as somebody who's very honest and who has ended things that were not serving them, and you're inspiring others to do the same. Okay, especially if you were in a toxic relationship or you dealt with narcissistic abuse and you're talking about it. Some of y'all could be tall, or you just give off big ass energy. Like, people feel like this is random. People view, especially if they saw you online, okay, people feel like you're taller than you are. Okay, this happened to me because when I met people online first, and then we went on a trip, like a retreat and shit, and then I met them in person, and I was like, bitch, I thought you was tall, and then I was like, I thought you were shorter. Like, it's that kind of energy, and you give off tall energy, so people think you're taller, and then when they see you in person, they're like, oh. Or vice versa. But I don't know why that's coming up, but I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, what's up, Pal 3? I love you. Welcome. I hope you're doing amazing. I cannot wait to see what comes out for you. You guys picked this wave with the palm tree, and it's giving like sunlight. You could have Leo energy, or you could be a water sign as well. Cancer coming through. So if you are new, hit that subscribe and the bell so you get notified every single time I post new content. And if it resonates, shoot me a thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why. We also have a free reading giveaway going on until the end of March 2025, linked in my description box. Super easy to enter. All you have to do is be subscribed and say I am in on that short that is linked in the description. So do that once and you're done. That's it. You don't got to worry about it until I announce it. Okay. So, and if you want to book a reading, my email's in the description, but I will never message you, so just be careful of scammers. Let's get into it. What is pile number 3's current energy? You be surrendering. You ride the wave of life. You're like, it is what it is type shit. So you have mastered the art of detachment. Okay? Yeah. You used to be very attached to things. Very possessive. You used to take a lot of things personally. And you used to feel like everything had to do with you when it had nothing to do with you. And when I say that, I mean, like, people who were rude to you used to think it was your fault. Like, a lot of things you thought were your fault. When in reality, it was never your fault because it had nothing to do with you. Okay? But now you set boundaries and you put your crown back on and now you're the queen, right? Now you understand who you are and you're on your throne and you understand the world is in the palm of your hand. Okay, the world is in the palm of your hand, so you're grounding your dreams into this reality and you're focusing on blossoming and blooming, right? But the boundaries right now are very prevalent because the boundaries you're setting are going to help you to keep stability in your life, are going to help you to become more healthy, are going to help you to invest into the things that you need to do and help you to fly away from whatever's toxic so that you can find your flock. Okay. And you're going to also boost in confidence. You're very transparent, but a lot of people don't like to be transparent around you until they realize that you're non-judgmental, right? But then once they realize you're non-judgmental, they start to think that that's, like a gateway. And then you got to hit them with the boundaries. Like, you're like, hey, that's okay. Da, da, da. So they think that, they can do it again because you're forgiving. But like, you might be forgiving and shit and you might let shit slide here and there, but you're not the type of person anymore to allow people to do or overstep or stomp all over you anymore. And I think people, because of your past, they think that they have access to you or are entitled to access to you, okay, similar to another pile, and they feel like, oh yeah, no, you need to do what I say, or you need to make sure that, you act this way, or you need to make sure that you stay in my life, da 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 da, whatever. No, you realize that you're done. Sorry, boundaries. I don't have to do any. I did that out of the kindness of my heart. I allowed you in my life, but you overstepped it. Boop. Bye. Okay. And that's when people, they really sleep on your boundaries and your cutoff game. Okay. Because if you get disrespected, you hit a certain point and yeah, you can hold a lot. That's the thing, is like, people think because you can hold a lot or you let a lot of shit slide that you're a simp or you're a pushover. Nah, bitch, you fuck around and find out. That's what we're going to call it. Let's get into your reading. All right, how do people view you, Pal 3? Well, they definitely feel like you're chill, okay? You give off like surfer, hippie, just chill ass vibes. You're cool, calm, collected, but you're also the sun. You're also the show. You're also somebody who can ride the wave, somebody who is the wave, somebody who creates the wave, somebody who is just a trailblazer, somebody who just knows. You know how to catch a wave. You just know when to act. You know when to let that wave pass. You don't like take waves that are not meant for you, okay? You're not going to go after something that you know is not for you. If something is like, you know what I'm saying? And you know what's for you shall not pass you. And that's how people view you. They view you as somebody who will continuously work towards something, right? But you'll give something up if you know it's not for you, if it's not for your path in a heartbeat. But you're very persistent towards things that you know that are meant for you, that your heart calls you to do. We have advocate. People view you as somebody who is well-traveled, somebody who has a growth mindset, somebody who's very compassionate, and somebody who is an inspiration, somebody who takes action towards things that they desire and grows it and make shit happen, okay? You make shit happen. You understand the negativities, but you don't let the negativities block you from where you're going, okay? You could have a hustle mindset, and you're the type of person who you're not in this for your personal gain. It's very balanced. Like, yeah, I need my compensation, but I'm also putting in this energy because I know that this is going to help the world become a better place. Okay, you could be humanitarian, you could be you could have Virgo or Aquarius in your chart. You're very selfless. Okay. But because of that selfless energy, people feel like you can be taken advantage of, but then they realize no, because you have boundaries. Okay. You protect what's yours. You protect what you're growing. You will protect whatever you're creating. And just because you're kind doesn't mean that you're, nice. But yeah, people also feel like you might not want to commit to certain things, or you're a nomad. Okay, you could be a digital nomad, or you just seem like the type that just needs to travel and frolic in the field and just, you it's like you don't really have like, some of y'all could just be bouncing around and shit like that, but it's like I don't know. I feel like you just want to expand, you want to explore. You could be very into other cultures and stuff. Okay? How do people view how are people viewing pile 3 right now? Yeah, people are viewing you as somebody who's growing something. We have farmer over here. People are viewing you as somebody who is harvesting something, who's creating something, you're cultivating something, and you're about to get the fruits of your labor. Okay? All right, people view you as a colorful ball of, sunshine, who again is very magical. You're the life of the party. You're very soulful. You're very connected to your soul. You could be very spiritual. You're very harmonious, very peaceful, but you're also a creative. People view you as somebody who's a creative person who's going to be successful through some kind of creative venture and advocate for others. You're an advocate for some people. Okay? Women, children, animals, plants, I don't know, the world, I don't know, but you advocate for multiple things, let's be real. You're the type of person who will defend those who are defenseless. You're the type of person who will help people to understand certain things and help people to stop doing things that are harming us and harming the world. Okay? Or speak out. You're the type of person, you're pure. Look at this purity. You're so pure. You're a pure-hearted soul. And people know this. They view you as an earth angel. Pal 3, you're an earth angel. We also have transformation, and we have this little lantern, which makes me think makes me think of the hermit. Okay, people view you as somebody that they would love to make love to. Okay, we have passion. Okay, I didn't even peep that, but passion. You're passionate, but people want to make sweet passionate love to you. Pile 3, goodness gracious. There's the sexual energy coming through. Yeah, people sexualize you, pal 3. Oh, okay. People view you as a heartbreaker. What is this advocate? People view you as somebody who has a pure heart, who maybe has had their heart broken a lot. Okay, you could be into country, okay? You could be into a lot of different genres of music. You could have an expansive music palette, and people are very surprised by it. Like maybe people think that you just listen to hip hop and R&B and shit, and then all of a sudden you'll be like, "Yeah, no, I'm into country," or like, "I love Spanish music," you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, but there's something surprising about your music taste coming through, but I feel as though people view you as somebody who helps children. You help heal their inner child. You are somebody who is fun, who is charming, who is passionate, who, you might be private, but you're not shy and you will tell people your story. The thing is like, I'm not going to talk about myself unless you ask me questions. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. Music. People view you is like don't ask, don't tell. Like if you don't ask me, I'm not gonna tell you. Like, you know? We have the 4 of Wands. Yeah, you are the life of the party, baby. You are the type of person who celebrates people. Okay, you're very creative, and people definitely got a very passionate energy towards you. Okay, people are viewing you as somebody who they would like to marry. Okay, people are viewing you as somebody who they would like to come. They would like to come. Whoa. Whoa, okay. You did you see what just happened there? Okay. Woo. Excuse me. Yeah. People view you as somebody who has like a secret relationship, or you have relations in secret. People don't think that, like, if you're celibate and you're single and you're not doing anything, people genuinely think you're out in these streets, but you're doing it, like, selectively, especially your exes and shit, or even people who want to pursue you. Like, some people, like, have crushes on you, but they think you out here fondling people and doing shit crazy like like you just out here in the streets when you're just at home. Okay, and then others know that you're a homebody and that you kind of come out here and there, but it's a special occasion when Pile 3 comes out. Like, I heard you should be honored by my lateness that I would even show up to this. Kanye over here. Purity. 10 of Wands. Yeah. No matter how hard it is for you to stay pure, you will stay pure because you have a healing energy. Okay? You have a healing energy. People are viewing you as somebody who's making your wishes a reality. People are viewing you as somebody who is making your childhood dreams a reality. You're putting in the work, okay? People are viewing you as somebody who's gonna get that house, who's gonna get that career, who's gonna be like a millionaire or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? People really see the success in your eyes, in your soul, in your path. People know that you're gonna be very successful. People view you as the star. People view you as extremely unique. Okay, one of a kind. We got a unicorn over here. You're a unicorn. Okay, you're not regular. You stand out. You shine. You light the way for others. Okay? You're a colorful personality who is really unique, and you really expand people's mindsets. And you really help people to embrace their uniqueness as well. You could be very intelligent too. You could have done a lot of schooling. Self-taught as well as coming through. What else? Two of Swords. Yeah, people feel like you're closed off due to fear. You could be closed off to love, but then you still are loving. But, like, dating and shit. People feel like you're indecisive when in reality, you're kind of just focused on yourself. You're very selective of the energy that you give out. And I feel like people are crying about you. People are viewing... That's what it is. Okay, people are viewing you as somebody who has a lot of people stressed because they're begging for scrap, so they feel like it's not fair. Like, you're giving your energy, you're giving your love to other people, because with the justice over here, this person got their hands up, but they're not getting any money, you know what I'm saying? They're not getting those coins, they're not getting this energy, they're not getting this love, because you're closed off. Okay, so people feel unseen. How do people view you? People view you as somebody who doesn't see them. People view you as somebody who is not going to give everybody your attention. You might not even look anybody's way, okay? Especially people who try to get the attention. You know, the pick-me's and shit, somebody yelling, who's mad loud and shit, and they're looking around, seeing who's looking and shit. You're the person who's not looking. You're on your phone, you're minding your business. You're the epitome of mind my business, okay? That's how people view you. I'm gonna mind my business, okay? But yeah, people view you as somebody who is very generous, who, you overflow love to people, but only in a way that is not to your detriment. And, you have transformed in the way that you give your energy to others. But people view you as somebody who has a lot of people stressed out about them. Romantically, friendship-wise, money-wise. I feel like these people are very stressed out because you're kind of moving away and heading... You're the wanderer, right? You're the hippie, you're the nomad, you're the person who's like, you know what, I'm gonna move across the country by myself. Bye. And that has people stressed out. People are viewing you as somebody who's going to leave because you can't be around this shit anymore. You gotta purify your energy, so you're moving. Yeah, look, Seeker, you're moving, you're walking away, you're starting your own journey, and that's how people view you. You have transformed, and transformation reminds me of the death card. You have ended what you needed to end, and you're only going to give your energy towards yourself and what matters. You're not stressing out about things that, they don't matter anymore. You've made the decision, and you're moving forward. Yeah, the devil in reverse, baby! You're detached. Alright. Which I think I said that in your current energy. Something about detachment. You've mastered detachment? No, maybe that wasn't you. Alright, I love you, pile number 2. I hope you have an amazing day, night. Oh, what? Is this pile 2 or pile 3? You might be pile 3. My bad, pile 3. I love you. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you next time.